Welcome to AI in 8 minutes or less, your daily AI update. Get the essentials of this explainer in exactly that time, all in English. I am absolutely thrilled to introduce this explainer's focus today, because we are looking at a massive, ground-up paradigm shift in company building. We're digging into some seriously incredible insights Y Combinator recently shared about how artificial intelligence is literally rewriting the DNA of startups. It's not just about, changing how fast we code or automating some basic workflows anymore. No, we are talking about fundamentally transforming what roles will exist, what products are even possible to build, and how a company actually operates right down at its core. Right now, almost everyone talks about AI purely in terms of productivity. You hear it all the time, right? It makes our engineers a little bit faster, or we just need to slap a copilot onto our existing workflow so we can ship a few more features. Let me be crystal clear. This framing completely misses the monumental shift happening right now. We absolutely have to debunk this prevailing myth that AI is just a better spell checker or some glorified autocomplete. The reality? AI unlocks entirely new capabilities. The right person, equipped with the right AI tools, can now independently build features and entire systems that used to require massive dedicated teams, or honestly, things that were just flat out impossible to build at all.
Section 1. AI as your operating system. Okay, let's dive into this. Because thinking about AI in terms of brand new capabilities radically changes how founders need to run their organizations. At the highest level, AI should not be a mere tool you occasionally pull out to draft a quick email. No, it needs to be the foundational operating system your entire company runs on.
Every workflow, every strategic decision, and every internal process should flow through an intelligent layer that is constantly learning and constantly improving. To really get this, let's visually contrast the inefficient past with the future. In the old world, companies basically ran as open loops. You made a manual decision, you executed it, and you definitely didn't always systematically measure the outcome to adjust your process. Information was lost, it was unmeasured, and incredibly lossy. It's kind of like pouring water into a leaky bucket. But look at the New World column. We are moving to closed-loop systems. In a closed loop, every single decision seamlessly feeds back into a central intelligence layer. It's self-regulating, it's AI-driven, and inherently, it's self-improving over time.
Section 2. Building a closed-loop company. Let's transition into the exact mechanics of how a startup can actually move away from those lossy open loops and architect this kind of self-improving, closed-loop company from the ground up.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is we are working with a very strict definition here. A closed loop is a self-regulating system that continuously monitors its output and adjusts its process to better meet a stated goal. It's absolutely crucial for correctness and stability. But for your company to run as a closed loop with self-improving agents, your organization must become perfectly legible to AI. What does that mean? It means every important action must produce a digital artifact that the intelligence at the center of your company can actually learn from to drive constant self-improvement.
To pull this off, you have to make your entire company queryable. Look at these concrete steps right here. First, you need to record all your meetings with an AI note-taker. Second, minimize those one-off DMs and fragmented emails. They're just data silos. Third, embed AI agents directly into all your communication channels. And fourth, build custom everything dashboards, tracking revenue, sales, engineering, hiring, literally everything. Providing AI models with this massive comprehensive context is what turns your entire organization into a queryable database. You're giving the AI the exact same context you would give a human employee.
And guys, the results are staggering. When you give an AI agent full visibility into your customer feedback, your sales calls, your daily stand-ups, and your ticket tracking, it can analyze exactly what was shipped and how well it actually met customer needs. Y Combinator is seeing teams use this perfectly queryable engineering process to cut their sprint planning and execution time in half, while getting close to 10 times more done in that exact same window. The gains are absolutely massive.
Section 3. The AI Software Factory. We are officially moving away from basic engineering management and stepping into a totally new production paradigm.
Welcome to what is being called the AI Software Factory. If you're familiar with test-driven development, or TDD, think of this as its ultimate evolution. In this new model, the human's job is solely to write the specs and a set of tests that perfectly define what success looks like. The human basically acts as the judge. The actual coding, the implementation itself, is completely offloaded to AI agents.
Let's walk through these mind-bending mechanics step by step to show how modern software is now produced without manual coding. Step 1. The human writes the specification and the tests.
Step 2. The AI agents generate the code based on those parameters. Step 3. The system automatically iterates, rewriting and refining the code until all tests pass. It's like a perpetual motion machine for code generation.
And this brilliantly illustrates the reality of this shift. Take a look at StrongDM's AI team. They established a system that successfully eliminated the need for a human to write or review code. Their software factory relies entirely on specs and scenario-based validations that drive agents to iterate on code until it meets a probabilistic satisfaction threshold. You heard that right. Zero handwritten code. No way, right? But it's true.
Which brings us to this massive number. By surrounding one single, highly capable engineer with an entire ecosystem of coding, testing, and iterating agents, we have officially brought about the era of the 1000x engineer. Some people out there are even arguing it's the 10,000x engineer. The output scaling is just unprecedented.
Section 4. The Zero Middleware Org Chart. Let's move to see how this builds into perhaps the most disruptive insight of this entire explainer: the absolute death of classic middle management. Think about it. If your company is fully queryable and artifact-rich, the traditional hierarchy just doesn't make sense anymore. On the left, the old chart relied on middle managers and coordinators to route information inefficiently up and down the ladder. On the right, the new chart replaces all of that with a central intelligence layer. Why does this matter? Well, because your company's velocity equals its information flow, meaning every single layer of human routing you remove translates to a direct, massive gain in speed.
Jack Dorsey at Block perfectly encapsulates this philosophy. He realized that merely seeking incremental productivity boosts while keeping the exact same old org chart completely misses the shift. As he put it, the company itself has to be rebuilt as an intelligence layer with humans at the edge guiding it, rather than acting as a bottleneck routing information through it. Hit the nail on the head, right?
So in this AI-native company, those bloated hierarchies are replaced by just 3 core employee archetypes. First up, the IC or builder, the person who directly makes and runs things. Everyone builds, and everyone brings working prototypes to meetings, not pitch decks. Second, the DRI, or directly responsible individual. This isn't your classic manager. It's the person singularly focused on strategy and owning the customer outcome. There's no hiding here. And third, the AI founder. This is the leader who still builds, coaches by example, and constantly pushes the frontier of what massive AI capabilities look like for the team.
Section 5. Token maxing over headcount. This introduces the core financial and staffing mindset of the new world, prioritizing API usage over hiring more people.
So the crucial point is this: maximizing token usage rather than headcount is the ultimate goal. One person with an army of AI tools can accomplish what used to take a large team. Because of this, you should be completely willing to run an uncomfortably high API bill. Seriously, paying for massive token usage is always going to be far better, faster, and more efficient than an inflated, incredibly expensive human headcount.
Section 6. The Startup Unfair Advantage. Let's transition to the climax of our explainer because this highlights the ultimate competitive edge startups have right now over big tech.
If you are building a new company right now, you possess the ultimate unfair advantage. Incumbents are trapped. They have legacy systems, bloated org charts, and they face immense core risks when trying to safely unwind years of standard operating procedures. I mean, every change risks breaking a live, profitable product. Startups, on the other hand, have complete freedom. You're small, you're agile, and you can build everything we just talked about. The closed loops, the queryable dashboards, the software factories, completely AI native from day one, right from scratch.
To ground this, let's look at the existing company Mutiny. Even as a highly agile incumbent, to make this transition, they had to spin out entirely separate internal skunkworks teams just to safely build AI-native systems from scratch, completely away from their core business. Startups don't have that constraint. You can operate 1,000 times faster precisely because you were starting with a blank slate.
So I leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on as you rethink your own startup. Are you token maxing, or are you still relying on the leaky open loops of the past? If you enjoyed this, subscribe to AI in 8 Minutes and never miss what matters.